And for those of you who are new here, welcome to my channel where I grace ambitious women with all things self-love. I don't know if you've heard, but winter arc season is officially upon us. Some of us have already started, but for others, it's just the beginning. No matter how far along you are in your journey, this video is going to get you hitting those goals. You've got to stop making those one-off to-do lists and really lock into the things that are going to move the needle. And this video is going to break down how to do exactly that. So keep watching and let's get into it. So what is a winter arc? A winter arc typically refers to a period of time where someone goes through a phase of introspection, growth, and/or transformation during the colder month of the year. It can involve a focus on self-care, self-love, healing, and inner work. While many people tend to slow down during the season, the winter arc marks a time to reflect and set new intentions, signifying a season of self-love, growth, and maybe even overcoming some challenges. If you're wondering about my personal winter arc, mine started back in October. There are 4 main goals that I've been focusing on accomplishing this winter. They're getting fit, reflection through journaling, getting visible, and becoming more present at home. When it comes to getting fit, I'm not gonna lie. One of my goals is to get back my pre-baby physique. But more than that, I really want to focus on being able to move more throughout the day because the job that I had in the past year has not allowed me to be as active as I would have liked. Working at a computer for 8 hours a day and then commuting for another 2 hours did a huge disservice to my body, and now I'm trying to make it up to myself. When I focused on losing weight after my other 2 pregnancies, it was short bursts of really intense exercise, and they did the job. But that's not my focus this time around. After completing those workout periods, I felt so accomplished, but the consistency with working out afterwards just didn't stick. My main goal this time around is not only to lose the baby weight, but it's also to develop a weekly workout routine that I'll stick to over the long term. I've been doing this by swapping short, intense HIIT workouts with longer, lower impact exercises and targeted area workouts. And as always, I've been doing this all at home. Some of my favorite fitness channels include Blog Lottie's, Chloe Ting, Mitzi, and Eleni Fit. Somewhere along the line, it got to the point where I felt like I was losing the ability to articulate myself well, or at least not as well as I used to. I felt like I was losing opportunities to use my voice and articulate my thoughts and opinions in a fruitful way. Because this is something I realized about myself, and more importantly, I realized that it's something I didn't want to continue, I decided to do something about it. Getting my thoughts out onto something physical gave them room to breathe and allowed me to be able to reflect and expand on them. This not only improved my confidence in that I have something to share, but it also helped me to reaffirm my values, which turns out are pretty important to me. After a 3-year break, I finally have a growing YouTube channel again. This is just one part of me showing up and contributing something to the world. Aside from YouTube, I'm also excited to start sharing encouragement through TikTok and Instagram, where I'll be dropping some bite-sized inspiration that'll really help us on our self-care journeys. I'm also making the effort to market my brand, Plan Design Co., which offers thoughtfully curated products to help the busy and the ambitious, like you, prioritize personal development, self-care, and nurturing healthy relationships. Whether it's through a video, a planner, or a quick post, my mission is to show that showing up for yourself is always worth it. It's so easy to get caught up in the grind and focus on working towards that next goal. So for me, doing things like chores, I just dreaded. It felt like just another task on an endless to-do list. But lately, I've realized that taking care of my home is a lot more than just doing chores. It's a way of nurturing the relationships with the people I love who also share the space with me. By creating a comfortable and organized environment, I'm able to show up for them in a way that feels intentional and meaningful. It's like when the house is in order, I'm able to better show up for myself and the people around me. And here's the thing. I've actually started to romanticize my chores. It may sound silly, but now when I do things like washing the dishes or folding laundry, I'll put on some smooth jazz and I'll let the rhythm become part of the experience. It's become kind of a ritual for me, a quiet moment of peace, and it helps me to connect more deeply with my home and the people within it. Now you might be wondering, what's the difference between having another to-do list and actually making progress towards my winter arc goals? The truth is, while a general to-do list can make you feel a little more productive, it often leads to overwhelm, burnout, and frustration because it doesn't give you the clear direction to be able to stay focused and move forward. That's where having an effective roadmap comes in. An effective roadmap is more than just a list of tasks. It's a strategy for how you're going to get from where you are now to where you want to be. It breaks down your big picture goals into smaller, manageable milestones and helps you prioritize what truly matters. The key is creating a roadmap that's both flexible and intentional. Without this kind of structure, you can easily lose sight of your goals and start focusing on things that don't serve you. So, how do you create a roadmap that actually works? Number 1, clarify your big vision. Start by being clear on your winter arc goals. What does success look like for you in this season? The more specific you can get, the better. Number 2, break it down. Once you know your end goal, break it down into milestones or phases. For example, if your goal is to get visible, a milestone might be creating your first batch of content or launching your brand on Instagram. Smaller, specific targets make it easier to track your progress. Number 3, prioritize your time and your energy. Not everything is equally important. Decide what tasks will move you closer to your vision and focus your time and energy on those. This will help you avoid feeling scattered. Number 4, build in flexibility. Life is unpredictable, and things don't always go as planned. Your roadmap should allow you to adjust along the way without abandoning your overall goal. Flexibility is the key to long-term success. And number 5, set intentional checkpoints. Make sure that you regularly assess where you're at and whether your roadmap is still aligned with your values and your goals. This helps keep you accountable and also allows you to celebrate your progress. So great, you've got your roadmap in place. The next step is where the magic happens, actually doing the work. So let's dive in on how to get started and stay committed to the process, even when the road gets tough. All right, now that you've mapped out your goals and broken them down into manageable steps, it's time for the real work to begin. But here's the thing. Getting started is often the hardest part. It's easy to feel excited about your goals during the planning phase, but when it actually comes to taking action, doubts and distractions can sneak in. So how do you start doing the work in a way that's both focused and effective? Break your work into bite-sized pieces. One of the easiest ways to avoid overwhelm is to break down big tasks into smaller, action-oriented steps. If your goal is to create content for social media, instead of thinking, I have to create 10 posts, start with just one post or even one idea. Little by little, you'll make big progress. Set time blocks. Designate specific time slots for your work. It's not just about how long you can work, but it's more so about how focused you can be during that time. Use tools like the Pomodoro technique to maintain energy and stay on track. Embrace imperfection. Perfectionism can be a huge roadblock when starting any new project. Remember, progress is better than perfection. Don't wait for the perfect moment or the perfect idea. Just start and refine as you go. Starting is often the hardest part, but once you get into a rhythm, you'll start to see that doing the work is not just about checking off the boxes. It's about building the habits and the mindset that will get you through the rest of your winter arc. Now that you've started taking action, the next challenge is staying consistent and building the discipline you need to keep going, even when motivation starts to dive or life throws you curveballs. Consistency is the secret sauce that turns small daily actions into big results over time. But building discipline takes practice. It's about creating habits that support your goals and sticking with them even when things get tough. So how do you build that kind of consistency and discipline? First, you're going to create non-negotiable routines. The most successful people aren't just motivated. They have strong routines that will help them stay on track, regardless of how they feel in the moment. Whether it's starting your day with a specific self-care routine or setting aside dedicated time for your work, routines give you structure and ensure you make progress every day, even when you're not feeling motivated. Number 2, you're going to want to track your progress. One of the most powerful ways to stay consistent is to see how far you've come. Use a habit tracker, journal, or app to monitor your daily progress. This not only keeps you accountable, but it also helps to remind you of the momentum you're building, which can be incredibly motivating. Plus, you don't have to look far for a great habit tracker because I have one just for you in the description below. Go check it out. You're also going to want to prioritize self-compassion. Building discipline doesn't mean you have to be hard on yourself when you slip up. It's about bouncing back after a setback. Life will happen, and sometimes things won't go as planned. Be kind to yourself. Forgive the slip-ups and get back to it the next day. Progress isn't linear, and building resiliency is key to maintaining long-term consistency. Celebrate the small wins. Every step forward, no matter how small, deserves to be celebrated. Celebrating your wins, whether it's completing a task, sticking to your routine, or just showing up for yourself, will reinforce your discipline and motivate you to keep going. Consistency and discipline are the backbone of any successful journey. By making small, intentional choices every day, you'll create a strong foundation that will carry you through your entire winter arc. Now, you have the insight you need to get started or finish your winter arc strong. Remember, this season is all about showing up for yourself, embracing growth, and building the discipline to make your dreams a reality. But before you go, I'd love to hear from you. What's your number 1 winter arc goal? And what's the first step you're going to take today to get closer to it? Drop a comment below and let me know. I'll be reading and responding. And if you found this video helpful, please don't forget to like, subscribe for more, and share this with someone who might need to hear this today. You've got this, and I can't wait to see you shine throughout this season. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!